Peace, peace. Hold on, y'all. Let me adjust this camera. All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to Mossy Warrior Clan, man. I am Kofi Piesie. I know it's been a minute. Me being on the Mossy, man, but I said I gotta start back doing my part, you know. Even if it's just once a month, man. I done put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over here on the Mossy, and it's been a while since I did something on here, so I just said I just gotta get back in the groove. I'm a type of person, if I'm gonna be a part of something, I'm gonna always do my part if I'm a part of something, man. So like I said, I'm gonna try to come on here, once a month, man. Once a month over here, once a month on Kofi, and then we got the Griot podcast on Spotify once a month as well. I ain't gonna be trying to do too many shows, man. But I want to build with y'all today, man. If that's all right. Nobody called me for nothing no more. What you what's going on, bro, man? Shout out to Black Panther and the thing, man. Jump on, bro, if you ain't doing nothing, man. Jump on if you ain't doing nothing. I see brother Robert Rand, bro. So peace to brother Robert Rand. Peace to my good brother Chavis, Sutek, is in the building. Peace to my brother Sutek, man. Teddy Usher Ma'at, Sanefaru. Peace, 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 brother. And anybody else that may be looking in the just looking but not coming in the chat, or anybody that may be viewing this later on in the archives, man. Peace and blessings to you all as well, man. Before I get into the build though, the what y'all think about the intro that Sean did? I just played the intro that Sean did. Music produced by me. Um I sampled the music from, I can't think of the artist because I want to get an artist music that I sampled a track from. But what y'all think about the track, man? Sean one definitely feeling the track. I got another track. I don't know if you heard it, Ben, but if you ain't, go back on my Facebook page. I think the other day might have been Monday or Tuesday. I posted the other thing, so I'm gonna go to the studio and create a Mossy song pretty soon, man, from off that track. But go check it out, man, if y'all hadn't checked the track out. But what y'all think about the track though that Sean that actually did? The new intro with the track that I did. Sean wasn't feeling the track too much. You said it was Cadillac music, but I ain't want to do nothing too over the top. But I got some warrior type spirit, and I'm gonna put some vocals on it, man, and we can throw it up, and that can be the official Mossy Warrior Clan anthem song. Song is gonna be called "We Are the Warriors," man. But again, man, y'all thumb up the show. Um, like the show, you know what I'm saying? But man, let's get into it, man. I kind of want some people to engage in the conversation, man. Before I do that too, I'm gonna throw the link out here too, because I want to build with everybody. You know what I'm saying? The name of the show is called Kofi Want to Build. So I'm gonna talk about a lot of different subjects, talk about some of the stuff that I've been doing, why y'all hadn't been seeing me as much. Um, Hold on. Let me see. Go back here to the comment. All right. I'm gonna throw this link in the chat. Let's see. All right, there the link is. That's the link right there. So if anybody want to jump on, man, and build with me, man, that's cool. Like I said, I'm gonna be talking about a lot of different. Somebody just popped in here, Black Panther. Hold on. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, Black Panther?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. You good?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. What about the family?
Doing well. They having a good time down in another part of North Carolina.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
I've been isolated and vacated and neglected. Got to get my own dinner.
Oh man,
Mm,
that's all right. She said you a big boy. You
it's
do
rough.
it.
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, yeah, man. Shoot, but no, this just something, man. I just said, man, I was gonna do just jump on and just build on a few little things. There's a lot of stuff been going on in the social media world, so I kind of wanted to talk about a few little things, man, and address a few little things, man. One of the things though I wanted, we could just start off with um one of the things. Let's just talk about male chauvinists for a minute. I want to read the definition of male chauvinist. The other day I did I be trying to do like these little things, man. I be having like a lot of stuff on my mind. And a lot of these things work for me. A lot of these things may not work for you, and I just be wanting to share, these few lit, maybe 2 or 3 minute clips about certain, I mean, 2 or 3 minute things. Some of it be inspirational, some of it be just be some things that I go through, some of it be some things that I observe that I wish that we would stop, right? Or we would educate ourselves on. So the other day I did something on male chauvinist, right? I look at a lot of stuff of what we do and what we say, and something personally that I experienced, right? And it was something that was experienced by my mother. I just say by my mother. And it was something that was said to my mother in the fact that he is going through what he's going through because she is a man. I mean, because she is a woman. And then they refer to uh a biblical quote from the Bible, right? A biblical quote. We know that a lot of uh that text is predominantly male chauvinist. I'm just gonna say it's just male chauvinist. And me, I don't want to go to heaven according to that book because a lot of women is not in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people is that they talk about Esther in the Bible. They talk about um Mary in the Bible. They talk about Ruth in the Bible. But those are the only particular women that they might, they talk about Queen Sheba in the Bible, but the rest of it is male dominant, right? So something happened to a person and they said that it happened because my mama is a woman and we are in a predicament in what they say in the fall of sin because of a woman. We are going through this horrific conditions because of a woman. They already from the rip is demonizing the woman, right? And it's crazy how he referred to the biblical text, you know what I'm saying, to I guess validate why he's going through what he's going through far as with my mother, right? And so me just observing and looking at things we make coming. So the thing was I said that, and and it's crazy, but the thing I said was we say that this is a man's world. We said that this is the man is a head of the household. Um, and I said a few other things, right? And so so I understand from a European. So on my Instagram page, I got a lot of white European descent men that made a lot of comments up under my thing. But I also on my Facebook page, I got some people that look just like me who made some comments. And even, shared my content on their page, right? I don't have a problem with anyone disagreeing with anything that I say. I've been doing this a long time. I got thick skin, so I'm gonna say what I want to say. People got their own perspective. People got their own opinions, and when people say stuff, man, that's. I mean, you're not hurting me. You know what I'm saying at all when you say things. I just was up, a little bit ashamed by some of the black men. I understand the European, you know what I'm saying, or those European descent, especially on my Instagram page, I got a lot of tons of stuff. Even them saying thank God for creating soap. I mean, they were just saying all type of nasty and negative things because I was challenging the thing of being a male chauvinist, right? Even some of them I kind of went in detail. No, I'm not on an engage. Who is this on here? Sute, right? Even some of them I kind of went in detail. What up, Sute?
Hey, what up? What up? What
Chevy,
up?
Chevy,
What
Chevy.
up, brother Kofi? What up, brother Ben?
What up, bro?
Yeah, yeah. What's happening? What's
Peace to the
happening with it,
family.
man? Yeah, 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 man.
Nothing, man.
So,
Just got done show trying to catch up with y'all.
okay, man. You can jump in at any time, man. Jump in at any time.
All right.
But all right. So, so like I said, it was a lot of European men that said things. There was a lot of a few black people that said certain things, and they kind of said like some ignorant stuff. I'm gonna say just far as the black males were saying, some of them were saying that yes, I'm a male chauvinist, and a lot of times when I speak about stuff, I'll say that is not our cultural practice, or I'll say things that's not our cultural perspective, or I'll say that's not our worldview. That's not our worldview when I'm saying certain things, because I look at everything from an African perspective, right? I look at everything from the lens of an African, right? So I've been studying Africa for a long time, right? And I love the culture. I love the traditions, right? I love the things that they stand on. So a lot of times, you know, we get in the thing where we believe that the woman is inferior to the man. So we'll say things like God is above man, and man is above woman. But in from an African perspective, and from an African worldview, you got matriotic societies, and you also got patriotic societies. You got both, you know, but when we look at the totality of things, you look in certain African cultures, the woman is revered. The woman is honored. The woman is respected. We say, in certain cultures, I can show you where a woman went out and she was a hunter too. Am I correct by saying that, where we had women in Africa that was hunting also, brother Ben?
You said that was hunted?
No, hunters.
I'm not gonna say they don't exist, but it's not common.
Right, it's not, but you do have, and matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up in a minute. I'm gonna show you a culture, a African culture, where a woman she also goes out and she hunts. She also, which we already know, she also is on the farm. She's
Oh yeah,
also on the farm.
they definitely participated in agriculture.
Yeah, they definitely, yep, they. Mhm.
And it was situation based. That you had women that didn't have any male sons, or didn't have no husbands, or
Mhm.
and everybody got to eat. So it wasn't no Walmart.
Right.
You gotta, you go to the marketplace. You get tired of paying at the marketplace. You only got a certain amount of money. You got to get out there and hunt. I mean,
Mhm.
speaking, in the Yoruba society, there are not a lot of women that initiate into Ogun, but they do exist.
Mhm.
They definitely do exist. Women do have a place in the hunting guilds or societies
Mhm.
of Ogun and other hunting deities in the Yoruba pantheon. It's just not that common, but that's not to say that they can't, or not to say that they don't. It's
Right.
just not something that you'll see a lot because of the different roles in society. I think we are getting caught in a European paradigm because we've been tricked by words, and people will say, well, women and men are equal. Africans don't believe that. They don't believe men and women are equal. They believe men do this and women got this, and sometimes we got to switch, and sometimes we got to reassess. But equal is not something you won't find. This equality, this obsession with equality that we have in our society. They don't have that.
So when I say that, then so I'm no better than some of the people. I say that we looking through the lenses of other people when I say that Africans, African cultures or societies say that their women are equal. I'm not saying they say that. Just me looking at the culture and certain things, I don't see them demonizing,
They don't.
and that's why I say that. That's
They
why I
don't.
said
Yeah. I
that.
get why someone would say that, but it's like, for an example, women have what's called a Gelede festival,
Mhm.
in Yoruba culture to celebrate the power of the woman.
Mhm.
There's not a man festival like that. You see what like,
Right, and now that you said that, I don't see a festival like that for the men's, in West African culture. Oh, wow.
you ain't go.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's not equal.
Mhm,
Sometimes it's just something that is for one gender or another.
mhm,
But it's not a conflicting thing. We got to understand that this didn't become a major problem in our community until the white girl from the CIA did what she did and started the movement that she started, and that planted seeds that now we see the fruit years later of all these podcasts pitting men against women, and
mhm,
we're falling for that because we don't practice our own culture, so this is the only culture we practice. So this is a big issue in culture in the United States. You
mhm.
won't see these type of problems from people that practice traditional African culture because they like there's nothing to really argue about. you
Right.
know it's not something that is a big deal because you know and I'm glad you said looking at it from like a European descent, because even the way we describe our rulers, we describe them by European words.
Mhm, we do.
So somebody will look at an African society in Mali or Nigeria or Ghana and say, well, they have kings, so it's a patriarchal society. The word doesn't mean king, though.
And it's crazy because I had a black guy said something about show me. I started business man. He said, show me a woman ruling a nation or a
There's a bunch.
society. Right. It was a bunch of them. And I started to, bet the guy. And I'm gonna just show this book right here. This is a good book, chronology. I didn't have time to grab, so I wanted to grab a few other books, but this is a good book, chronology of queens in Egypt, right? So
Mhm.
I could have went just killed them with just this one book, right?
Yeah.
But
He said, show you one, right?
right. That's it.
He
Right,
said one.
right,
He said
and
one.
right, and here, Nasut Bidi, Kings and Ancient Egyptian, the lesson of pyramid and leadership by Asar
Mm,
Hotep. And I like how he defines king or kingship from an African perspective and from an
mhm,
African culture, right? And he broke it down very eloquently. So what we determine in our culture or what a ruler is or what we say a king in or how we defined it now is totally different in how they defined it in their societies, man. So man, I'm glad you had, you kind of brung that up. I want to read something from out of here real quick. Um, and he says only a king and queen mother as the eldest among elders are unique elected as living ancestors, and from whose hands literally the ancestors and deities feast as a company to ancestor stools, living ancestors or designs of the ancestors and deities of the offering proprieties sacrifice. He says a few things stands out in this assert that is worth highlighting here. Firstly, from Ephraim Donkar reaffirmed that the king and queens are considered the eldest among elders, that the royalty is connected to eldership old age, which equals wisdom. Secondly, he reaffirmed the notion that a king is a chief priest in charge of providing offerings to the deities and the ancestors. Lastly, Ephraim Duncan stresses that the king is a living ancestor and is not a god in the Western sense. The king represents the ancestors in the human form. In a human form. So, one way in which the king is transferred into a living ancestors by the ritual of death. So, um, just to talk about that real quick. So, he kind of broke down. I kind of like how he kind of broke down. He kind of elaborate and go further into it, but I didn't want to go into a whole thing because he got a whole chapter. I don't know what's this chapter called? Something with kingship. And I just remember, I just pulled the book off just a few minutes ago. It's called Kings as a Living Ancestor. So he breaks it down. He goes a little bit further into the kingship and what kingship or what king mean, and king can also mean a living, and I like how he broke it down. We says living ancestor, right? Or he breaks it down as an elder. Elder, when we look at elders equals wisdom, right? So, or I like how he broke down and how he said that damn, what did he say? Let me go back here. Because I'm trying to make a point on something. Um he says that he describes that the kings is also can be a chief. I also talk about this in my book, a chief priest or a chief priestess. A king in some cultures are not only the king, but once you become the queen or the king, you also become uh um head of the hierarchy of where you become am I wrong for saying it? A high priest or a high priestess. One can be looked at as a high priestess and a high priest as one becomes a king. Brother Ben.
For the sake of English, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they'll just probably have another title. Uh,
Mhm,
like so, for an example, in Yoruba they have a loye, which is like a chief,
mhm.
but they also have araba. Araba would be like the chief priest of Ifa in the region. So he would have other aloyes under him.
Right.
So, it would just be another rank in
Mhm,
status. Kings today really don't take that role that they used to, as far as being the chief priest uh, in the tradition. At one time, that was definitely true, but now, due to the many responsibilities and politics and political things that they do, they usually are not the most experienced priest there anymore. But to honor the old tradition, which Asar is talking about in his book, there are certain rituals that the king has to do. He is only him that can do it.
mhm.
Or whether they have to guide him through it, or whether they have to, instruct him on how to do it, is certain places the king has to visit. Is certain deities the king has to salute. There's certain things he has to perform, and that's just African culture, because that's alluding to what Asar was talking about. The king being, in antiquity, the chief priest, or uh the most experienced priest of the land.
So why are they not doing that today? Can we say that because of colonization?
Yeah.
Missionaries setting up schools and setting
The
the
the I mean, you hit it on the head. But I mean, we have kings in African places that are not exclusively practicing the tradition of the land.
mm-hmm,
They part-time Christians, they
mm-hmm,
part-time Muslims, they,
mm-hmm.
whatever else they into. So that has contributed to some of the responsibilities going to other people, as far as the priestly divination and ritual aspect.
Okay. Yeah,
Unfortunately.
for sure. And see, I didn't know they had stopped it. I thought they were still, practicing that for as like you saying. But you did just say though that they did um the king does certain rituals that
Yes,
only the king can do.
yes, sir. I
Mhm,
mean, you can't get around that. If we throw that out, we might as well not have a king.
mhm. Okay. Okay, so in some aspects he is still operating
Mhm,
okay. Okay.
mhm.
All right. All right. All
I mean,
right, man.
just like the Pope. has to just do certain things in the Vatican. You know, only the Pope can do it. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's just like that. You know, in some rituals and African traditions. You know, across West Central South Africa, you'll see that. You know, where this person has to come here and do this because if you don't, it's bad luck or famine or whatever they believe what will happen
Mm-hmm.
if he doesn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it is.
For sure, for sure, for sure. You just put me on.
What does your shirt say besides "Try me"?
That's it. It's a Malcolm X, man. It's a Malcolm X 1963.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. My
Got
wife
it.
bought this shirt for me from Ross. I think she paid $5 for this shirt, man.
Woo, you winning. You winning. If you
Yeah,
go back and they got a 2X, let me know. I'll send you the money.
I got you, bro. I got you. Ain't no sweat,
Try
man.
me.
I ain't gonna sweat you about no
I'm
five
American
to ten
Casual
dollars.
Friday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show up at work.
try me.
Try me.
Right. But it also I like it too because in the Masonic world we say the same thing. I am, try me.
Yeah.
So and I just love the
Often tried, never
never
denied,
denied and willing to
willing to
be
be tried.
tried again for sure.
I'm
Yeah,
always willing to be tried again, in and out the lodge.
for
Believe
sure,
that.
for sure.
I'd be mad at some of these videos, you see, like even tying into the male chauvinistic stuff, you'll see men, you know, bullying black women,
Mhm.
you
Let,
know,
let, let me
different types of men. And I'd be like, man, why don't I be around when
Mm. So let me ask you something since we on that then, right? So I'm saying it is. I'm saying it is. I've been in it, I've been a traveling man, probably maybe 18 years, whatever it was. I got raised, passed, and initiated in 2006 or 2005. One of the two, no, late 2005. So I've been traveling a long time. I done traveled from state to state, to state to state, to all type of conferences, to the Supreme Councils. You know what I'm saying? All types of things, right? I'm saying I see it, and the male chauvinist thing, like um we in there, we say that a woman can't be we say a woman can't be a mason. We said a woman can't meet without a man being in a lodge. I mean, but I done heard like so many different derogatory
oh,
things that are said about the women who's in the Eastern Star, and the way that they compare themselves as we are we are superior to our women. This is in the organization. This is now, it may not be
for
in
sure.
your district or from some of the states that you may have been to, but man, I have seen it, man, and heard it. What's your thoughts on that? Are we teaching? Are there some teachings of male chauvinistics in the Masonic organization?
Yes, there is.
Mhm.
All the way down to, why we can be made Masons. Uh,
Mm.
you know,
What
you
what what's
know
that?
what I'm talking about. You know why
Yeah,
I'm
I know
talking
what you talk about. Go ahead. Yeah. I mean, that's one of
about.
their favorite things. They wanna
Right.
compare with, right.
But
Go ahead.
I wanna note that, um, and this is probably shock people, but that's an American thing.
Mm. Mhm.
The women can't be Masons thing is an American thing.
Mhm.
When you go outside of America, specifically Europe, they got women Masons everywhere.
Yeah, I done seen it. I
They
done seen
they they don't have that stigma of women can't be Mason. They don't have Eastern Stars. How about that?
it. Yep,
They don't have that because
yep,
women can be Masons.
yep, yep, yep.
The Eastern Star organization was created here. I believe the brother's name was Robert Morris.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think that was
Yep.
his name.
Yeah, Robert something. I got the
And
ritual
it
back
took
in the
him
back.
to want to create something for the women
Mhm.
to where they would even be a part of it at all because they just weren't a part of it at one point.
Mhm.
So that is an American thing. Um, unfortunately, that is one of the things that has developed here in America. Men can be Masons and women cannot. I will say there has been great strides to build up their catalog of groups they can join, because for every group we have in, I can say for Prince Hall Freemasonry, they have an equivalent group. They have Herons of Jericho.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
have Sirens. They have Daughters of Isis. They have
Mhm. Mhm.
Golden Circle. They have all of these groups.
I'm
So,
involved in all of them.
and I'm not.
Mhm.
I did join the Order of the Eastern Star,
Mhm.
but that is as far as I dipped my toe into a woman Masonic
Yes.
rail. Let me tell you something. I love Black women. I love my sisters, but when you go to their meetings, it's just different.
Woo!
It's just different.
Bruh.
And guess what? Men that never been in Masonic order know what I'm talking about. If you've been in anything, any group where there's a lot of women and they have to make decisions, it's just different from the way we make decisions. It's just different. They focus on things you would never think of.
Mm.
And now they got a 15-minute argument about letting this sister in the group.
Mhm.
And it's just different. So
It's rough.
it is what it is, but they have made strides to have an equivalent body to our body, and
Yeah.
they've done that work. So I will say that at least they have that. But as far as being inside of what we do, I don't think that'll ever happen in United States.
Mm. Yeah. As I have mentioned it a few times. Matter of fact, I mentioned it just a casual conversation um with some of the brothers last Saturday, and we had a conference, and man, they was looking at me, man, like I had done lost my mind, man, like
I would
they
advise you not to do that.
I don't, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care, bro. And you know what? I already, man, over these years, man, you know, I already done gained a reputation where, where people, hey man, don't fool with that brother over there, man. Don't fool with that brother over there. Or they say, or they try to keep me away from certain people. Like it's no, it's crazy to me. I've been a traveling man for 15 years. Not 15, 18, or how many every years from 2005 all the way up. I'm still an active member, right? So I think that's maybe around 18 years. And between 18 years, from me being a WM for 5 years, from me being a high priest in the Royal Large degree, and me being all the way up in the Knights Templar, the consistory, the Shriners, even getting invited to the Memphis Rite, and all the way up on the sister side, as you say, from the Order of Eastern Stars, the Herons of Jericho, the Ladies of Knights, the Daughters of Sphinx, and so forth, right? And traveling and also being assistant district deputy in my district, being a district lecturer, people, being a lecturer where people will just call me on the fly to come to a certain district in another state and speak. Did this for so many years, and I'm not I'm not a Grand Lodge officer. I'm not a Grand Lodge officer. That's crazy, but I understand why, because they scared of a person who's outspoken, a person who is not politicking, you know what I'm saying, trying to politic. They afraid of people who's not being a yes man, and they afraid of people knowing more than they know. So a person like me, they talk about me, they shun me, they try to keep me on the outskirts, try to
You,
keep
you
people.
don't you don't want to be a Grand Lodge officer though, Kofi. You don't.
Nah, I don't. I don't. At
you
one.
just you just mad you haven't been invited.
Right. That's it. That's it.
listen, listen. I'm a 33rd degree. I was invited to be a 33rd degree, but there's another level to that 33rd degree where you're on staff. I hope they never ask me.
It's a job. It's a
Because they're gonna be
job.
mad. Because I'm gonna be like, hell no.
Yeah, it's a job. Yeah, it's a job, man. But it's all good though.
Look at the
You-
mission statement for the Masonic order in America. They talk about making good men better. Good men.
Yeah, good
Good
men.
men.
But
They
that
never said we make good people better.
yep.
They said we want to make good men better.
Right.
So it's and it's not directed towards African study. It's not directed towards Black empowerment. It's not directed towards um, any type of sovereignty for our people or any type of things that we would qualify as freedom. So I always take that into position. Yeah, they might put on a hell of a Black History program. Yeah, there might be some brothers passing around Dr. Clark's book in there. It might be some things you can take from that and make yourself better. But the mission statement is what's that tells the tale. So for me, I'm just devoted too much to African people to take on that responsibility because that's what's more important to me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no doubt, no doubt. There's no doubt. But shoot, man, let's
So what would be the female equivalent in the Eastern Stars, right?
yeah.
that is the equivalent. That's the Order Easter Star.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure because I used to hear that all the time and I didn't know how accurate that was.
But and I know you probably didn't notice males can join the Order of Eastern Star.
We can be members.
I joined the Order of Eastern Star.
Yes, I was
But
a
they
member.
can't join what we got going on. They can't enter a
Yep.
Masonic lodge.
Yeah, but we can enter their chapter though.
We can come all in there.
Yep, they got to have a man present in order to meet. Yep.
So
Yeah.
they ain't got nothing just exclusively for women.
Not
No,
exclusively,
no, sir.
not exclusively.
Nope. Yep. Earlier. And I just hear so many, like I say, I just hear so many male chauvinistic statements that are being made, man. I just,
I mean, but let's call it what it is. The Masonic order is centered around Christianity. So
Yeah.
why are we surprised?
Yeah, but going back to that again, like I done had conversation with people over the years, you know, even with the ritual that we use, the ritual is outdated. And a lot of things that I tell people, they look at me crazy too. I don't follow a lot of the things in that ritual that per se that we use at all. And look at who it was written by, and look at what time it was written by, and look how many times it's been revised, and it hasn't been revised since the damn uh late 19th century or early 20th century, if I'm not mistaken. But it says you have to believe in a supreme deity. It didn't say you believe in only a Christian deity, right? So I always had that argument with people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a
They'll say
supreme
things
deity.
like in Jesus' name.
Yeah, right. And I'll stand there and don't say, and I don't participate in some of the things, they look at, where they used to. They used to, a lot of them used to me now. They know now. They know now. So they don't, they don't know, they don't question me. I don't, in Jesus' name, Samoa B, I don't, I stand there. I give them respect. I bow my
They don't
head.
say Jesus' name.
They'll do it now. They'll
They're
do
not
it.
supposed to.
Yeah, but they'll do it.
Y'all ain't supposed to say in Jesus' name.
No,
Right, because
it's not built on a particular. It's not built on a particular religion.
Deity. Yeah,
So
religion.
you're supposed to just say things like, Grand Architect of the Universe.
The supreme deity.
Yeah, you're not supposed to name a particular deity. So if
Mhm.
I went in there and I said, Lodumari's name, they'd be mad at me.
Oh, yep.
And I'm like, y'all say Jesus' name all the time. I thought I'd throw mine in there one time,
that's
and then
Might as
everybody would
well.
get it. But it's just little things like that. If your population of your lodge is majority Christian, then some things like that gonna slip in, and nobody's gonna say anything because everybody's in agreement. But
Mhm.
you never know who's visiting, so it's kind of disrespectful. What if you got a Native American brother in there, and he take exception, or an Islamic brother?
That's right. That's right. Because there's quite a few in our district that are
Yep.
Islamic brothers, and but
Or Hebrew Israelite brother.
mhm,
And he
yep.
like,
Y'all ever
that ain't
seen
his
like
name.
y'all ever seen like a Satanist or some shit in there?
Can't
Well,
be.
Oh,
nah,
you can't be?
nah,
Because you gotta believe in a,
supreme deity.
and they do not count Lucifer.
Mm.
They do. If you put on that application, Satan, Lucifer,
They done lost your application.
No, they don't they don't burn
straight
it.
up right in front of you. Nope.
Burn it. They ain't finna put that in their file. They finna rip it up and
Nope.
burn
You
it.
ain't gonna get no interview. You like, damn, I want the brothers ain't called me.
Oh
Brothers ain't
shoot.
called me for my interview.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
the brothers at?
Uh,
Mm-mm.
yeah, man. Surely.
Yeah, right in the shredder.
Yeah. Yep. But shoot, let's I said I want to talk about a few things, man. Let's talk about um I want to talk about we can talk about this all in the same sense, man. Supporting supporting other people that don't support you. Let's stop supporting other people that don't support
Mm.
us. And also let's tie that in with I'll just say from me because I can't speak for nobody else. Associating myself, and I done said this before, but I'm dead serious. This is another reason why I don't go live a whole lot like I used to, but I'm dead serious about this. I don't want myself in particular to be associated with the conscious community. I don't want to be on the block. I don't want to be around the corner. I don't want to be up the street. I don't want to be myself associated at all. But before let's talk about supporting other people, and we'll tie that in supporting other people that don't support us. Now I look at and I'm gonna speak to my it's in general, but I'm gonna speak to my brothers because I see a lot of my brothers that support other people that don't support them. And my brothers are intelligent in their own right. They're scholars in their own right. They're good brothers in their own right. They're great writers in their own right. They're great authors in their own right. They're great public speakers in their own right. They have a lot. My brothers have a lot to offer, right? But I see my brothers supporting other people that don't support them. And we have to stop. I don't care who it is. Like I don't I'm at a point where I don't care who you are. If you not supporting me or my brothers, I'm not supporting you because my brothers are just as brilliant in their own right, just like you are. My brothers can offer the same thing just like you feel like you can offer. I'm not gonna name no names, but a lot of people that I supported in the past has not supported us and what I mean by that is if Ben put a book out in 2016, you bought his book in 2016, but you done put out 4 or 5 books, and Ben done purchased every book that you done had. Ben done bought every piece of clothing that you had. Ben done been to every conference or some of the conference that you had in support. But you only bought one book and you said you done support my brother and you bought something back in 2016 and he done put out all types of things since then and you refuse to support him but getting mad when you put something out and he don't support you. That's crazy. So I'm saying to my brothers, we got to stop supporting people that don't support us. And we got to stop being friends with people that don't want to be friends with us. Some of these people that we support and we call them our friends, they don't support us. How many times have we seen the people that we support? I'm gonna ask you, Ben, and I'll ask you, Sutek, how many times y'all done repeatedly supported people and they hadn't supported you back far as buying a shirt from you or buying one of your books from you, right? Or even sharing the content that you create, right? So how many people everybody that you. So well. My thing is, how many of those people that you have supported over and over supported you in the same sense?
I'm laughing at Sean. Apparently, this is coming from a real place. Apparently, I'm a part of something that I don't know I'm a part of.
Well, what I'm saying, you all are, and I'm saying my brothers, because I see y'all go so hard. Y'all go so hard. I see you, I see Sutek, I see Chavis, especially brother Chavis. I see Sean. Y'all be going hard, man, for these people, bro. And I don't see the reciprocation back, bro. And I used to do the
Let
same
me say this.
thing.
Let me say this. I get some good support from people. It may not be the people that are have large platforms. It may not be the people that I would like to support me, but I do get support from people, and I appreciate everybody that supports me. However, there are others that they ghost you. They ghost you. But a lot of the people that ghost me are people that I don't give a fuck if you buy my book anyway. I'm gonna be honest. You talked about being friends with people that don't support you. Uh, a lot of people that we talk about, I'm not friends with you. I don't expect you to buy my book because I view you as a sucker. And I've told you to your face. So, these people know who they are. Other people, you know, they don't support you even when you go out your way to support their material. And then they sneak dish you. They throw rocks, they hide their hands. They don't come out when you challenge them openly. So, that's just it's just sucker behavior. And I don't support people like that. Now, however, I have pulled up on people and kind of forced them to support me. I went to the Happy Conference last year. I went with my materials. I wanted to put my materials in Leonard Jeffries' hands, in James Small hands, in Michael Imhotep hand. Now I know Michael Imhotep didn't know who I was, but he bought a book. Uh, Jabari bought a book. There were some other people that bought books, and I appreciated it. And I took pictures to get that support, and I posted them online. Some people genuinely didn't know who I was and learned who I was that day. In fact, Happy actually posted me on their newsletter and my book that came out later is African Spirituality and Religion. So they posted me on their newsletter. They do tag me in some of their posts, Brother Taki. So I appreciate them for doing that, even though they have people in their circle that I don't necessarily agree with or necessarily want to work with. They still supported me, and I appreciate that. But there are others, like you said, that just do not own a thing of any of ours. And I mean from Kofi Piesie to Masi to anybody, they don't own anything of ours. And usually these are people that have, opinions, they have a lot to say. But man, at this point, I've lost count of how many books and journals and things that we have produced. You with your clothing line, we got a publishing company, and you can't find nothing to support.
Right.
But you big bad Pan African dog,
Right.
and you know me. Like these people know who I am. Like and it's a conflict because it's some people I want to bring on my show. They ain't supporting me at all. Like they know me, and I get it, it's not all monetary. They've spoken highly of me in public events, but it just puts a bad taste in my mouth that you can't find nothing of mine to get when I got a lot of your stuff.
Right.
You know, I don't like counting people's pockets. Maybe they're unable, but it just, you know, over the years, because it's been years, you know, I start coming around almost 8 years ago, and you can't find a way to support. And I found many ways to support you. Donated my money, bought your products, shout you out on my Instagram, shout you out on my Facebook, shout you out on this channel, pulled up at your events. And it just hasn't been reciprocated. And it's tough because, you know, I want to take your stance sometimes, Kofi, and just be like, you know what, you don't support me, I ain't support you, forget it. But it's hard to get around some of these people sometimes. It's hard because I go to, you know, events, I go to this, and, you know, they're forced to engage with me because somebody invited me. And now, you know, it's like they play the game. Oh, I didn't know you. Oh, I wasn't sure that you. Oh, send me the website.
BS.
You know, it's like, you know, I can't avoid some of these people, unfortunately. But we can control what we support, what we endorse. Our voice means something because we've built these platforms and people respect what we say. So I always tell people this: if you don't see me endorsing or friends with or on certain platforms, it's either two reasons. One, I have no idea who they are. That's possible. There's a lot of people with podcasts, channels, books. I may not know who they are. Two, there's a very good reason why. It's either one of the two. Because I know almost everybody. And the people that I don't know, I probably didn't want to get to know. Or you're brand new. Right. Or I may have missed you.
All right.
But if you don't see me, like they're not on my friends list, they don't come, like I've never said anything about them, it's probably a reason why. No, Donnie, there's not a third reason. Because everybody that's not on one accord, that's the reason why. It's one of the two. I either don't know who you are or there's a reason why.
Yep. And it's been bothering me, man, so for so long, because I see y'all do it, and I was in the same sense. Like, I would always, no matter what show I would do, it was certain people I would always bring their name up. Certain people I always bring their products, whether they was, you know, whether they wrote a book, whether they produced t-shirts or hats, or whether they had a conference that was going on, whether they had published articles or journals out there, whether they had DVDs or coloring books or whatever they had going on. You know, I would always, you know, champion them on. But it can't be reciprocated back. And a lot of people can say I hadn't support them. I'm just waiting on. So I'm telling you, it's stuff people that provided services that I don't even need. I get it on the strength of they black and I want to support them, but it can't be reciprocated. It can't be reciprocated. People dropping books, man. I got tons of books, man. I ain't even read, man. I instead of me saying waiting and pausing on it, I jump right on it. Somebody flash and say they got a shirt, boom, or they got a pair. I go on there and I support whoever they got on. They got, you know what? The one time it was the DVDs, you know, coloring books. There's all tons of things that I have done. And go ahead, Sutek. You had something to say. I see you open your mic.
Yeah, you too nice, man. You too nice. I get what you're doing though, and if everybody thought like that, then we'll be all good. But that's the thing, they don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people is out for self. They only putting themselves in situations that benefit them.
Mhm.
Um, and if we all thought like you, like we'll be straight. We'll be straight, bro. We'll be uplifting each other and supporting each other to the max. But like I said, man, a lot of these platforms that I used to support and that I no longer support are bigger platforms. And a lot of those platforms thrive off of things like tension and debates. And we not in that lane. So, I mean, I understand why they don't um acknowledge us because they in a whole nother lane. They're not trying to people that come to their platforms, they come for a certain thing, contention. They come to see some information get beat up and debunked and somebody debate so and so. And like we not on that type of time. We on the type of time of we're gonna take out the time of our day and give you some information that we have collected. And either you gonna rock with that or you ain't. Like we've been called such things like the reading hour and all that, but you know what I'm saying? If you're out to learn, if you have the common thirst for knowledge that we do, then it should be no problem with people coming over here to listen to uh us I never heard a person complain about another person reading to them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you are an intellectual, if you're somebody that likes to learn. You
Let's
know what
think
I'm
about
saying?
this, Sutek. We are getting complaints. One type of person that is the reading hour when this community produced entire events based on PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
Women
PowerPoint,
on
short.
Trial is a PowerPoint mania event.
Mm-hmm.
There was not one doggone speaker in Kemet on Trial that did not have a PowerPoint. Not one.
Mm.
And we to read now, huh? The community is a reading hour. That's how you gain information. What are you talking about? We read and we write too much. Well, I had great examples that.
That's Pure Black just playing now. Pure Black just he gets
No,
crazy.
but I know people do say that though. People be like, "Oh, y'all writing?" I listen, Kofi, and you can attest to this. I told y'all when y'all came to me and said y'all wanted to start writing books. I said, "All right, get ready."
Yeah, you did. You already had
He was like,
one.
"Get ready for what?" I said, "Get ready for the hate. It's
Mhm.
coming." I'm telling you that right now. It ain't stopped since y'all started writing.
It definitely hadn't,
I told you it was gonna come
Yep.
because when people can't do what you doing and they knew that they were supposed to been doing what you doing,
Mm.
it bring that hate out. When they been around since the time of Dr. Ben and ain't put out nothing, when they done traveled the world and ain't shared it with nobody,
Mm.
when they didn't been on show after show, event after event, but don't have nothing on paper, and you got some young brothers coming on that's doing what you were supposed to be doing,
Mm. Yep.
that hate come out.
And you right, and it definitely have ever since. I'm gonna tell you, it got thick in 2020 when we first started writing books. Man, it got it. It
Knew it.
just it
I
just got and
knew it was coming. I
right,
knew it.
and
I knew it.
and it
I would
just
have put every dollar I had. If it was a bet on the website, I would have emptied my bank account
mhm.
and put it on the hate because listen, you got people hating on PowerPoints. I knew they was gonna hate on books.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But I do want to say this though, by me saying that, and I done said this before, don't get it twisted now. I ain't begging nobody to do nothing. Support me or support my brothers. We gonna do what we want. We gonna get the support no matter what. And that's what I'm saying is like we get the support. We just we just don't get the support from the people that y'all thought we should get the support from, or we don't get the support from the people that y'all thought that was friends with us, right? Because a lot of the people that pretended to be friends with us, they ain't friends with us no more. Or they pretended to be friends with us, but we hear the whispers in the background. We hear you talking. We hear you talking all type of stuff, right? So that's one reason why I say I don't want to be associated. I'm speaking from me. I'm dead serious. I don't want my name to come up in a breath that is mentioned in a sentence with this conscious community. I don't want to be in an annex building next to it. I don't want to be down the street, up the street. I don't want to be 20 miles down the street from it. I don't want to be associated with it all, because I'm going to tell you something. There is another place that respect the work that we doing. When I'm saying, like you mentioned, Sutek, you mentioned the reading hour and people having a problem with us reading and producing material for the people, right? You know, it's a whole nother way. I just started turning up on Instagram. I just started turning up on Instagram at the end of December. And I'm almost at like 9K on there. But I have been introduced to some people that don't even know what the conscious community is. And they have a respect and they value people like us who are trying to provide services. What I mean by provide services is provide services for people that want to learn how to write books or put a book together. They appreciate people who are actually taking their times and they call it Bookstagram now, not Instagram. So I'm in touch with people who who associate themselves with Bookstagram. So there's been a lot of people who have been that didn't know about who Mossy was or who Kofi Piesie research team was. Now they know who we are. Now they know what we are capable of doing. And when I'm telling you all type of support from these people, I'm talking about tons of people, hundreds of people who are supporting us. People who are now going back in and writing books. If you say I'm a lie, I can go and show you the analytics of how much traffic we getting on our site. I can show you the analytics of how many people are trusting us to edit their material or publish their books. I got stuff. I got all types of receipts to show that we don't need the conscious community. And once I seen that, damn, we are marketing a place where we are destined to fail at. So we have to go outside of the conscious community in order to be successful, because the people don't value the time that we put in. When Ben wrote his book, it took time for him to write a book. It took time. It took money, right? So even when the Kofi Piesie research, when we do what we do, or we write what we write individually, it takes time. It takes money. And a lot of people don't appreciate the things, or even us coming on for an hour or 2 hours to present a lecture or give some information. Those people over there don't appreciate the stuff that we have, the stuff that we offer. So there's a whole, so I got it. So I have to take what we got and market it to another place outside of the conscious community in order to be successful. So we can't be successful. You ain't going to be successful in the conscious community, because a lot of it, the mentality is a crab and a barrel mentality. It is and you mentioned the debating and the arguing, and that's what we go see. It's an entertaining lane. And that's a lane that we're not in. And that's a lane that, you know what I'm saying, that we're not going to be able to win in, because our personalities and the way our groups are set up, it's not to function in ISFAT. It's not to function in chaos, right? And we are groups that particularly build off of cultivating character, right? So we can't thrive in those cesspools over there. We're not going to be supported over there. So we got to stop supporting the people over there and start supporting the people who actually value, or start marketing outside of the places that we've been trying to market to, because we're trying to be friends with certain people. I no longer want to be friends with some of these people. I no longer want them to have access to me anymore. I don't want my name to be speaking in any breath of them. And I'm not wishing anybody over there any bad thing to happen to them. I wish them prosperity. You know what I'm saying? I wish them the best, but I just know anything that comes from the Mboka Family Connect apparel or anything comes from Same Tree Different Branch Publishing, it's not marketed. That's why you don't see me marketing anything on YouTube for as what we got going on at all, because I don't want that to be marketed over there. So I market my places. I market in other places that value us and where we'll be able to one day, where we already seeing the payoff, you know what I'm saying, but be able to see a bigger payoff and be able to be appreciated, because at some point, you know what I'm saying, we doing this for the love of the people, but also while we working, a person that puts in work will also want to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be appreciated. And a lot of people, it's not appreciating what we doing, but they want us to appreciate what they doing. And that's the only thing that I have a gripe with. Are we gonna continue to do what we doing no matter what, if they support us or not? They not gonna stop nothing that we got going on these platforms over here. So if you think that because we ain't got 50K every time we streaming that we losing, y'all are sadly mistaken. So I just don't want to be associated in that space. And I'm not going to support anybody that's not going to support me. And I can throw out some names, and it probably would be shocking to some of my brothers, the names that I said that I'm no longer going to buy anything that they put out anymore, because I don't see them supporting anything. And like I'm saying, it don't have to be monetary. I just don't, why you can't get a like, why we can't get a like? You know, it don't cost you to like somebody's page. Man, it don't count. It don't cost you no money to say, hey, I'm doing this, but also look at these groups over here. These groups are doing some of the same, but you don't want to acknowledge what we doing, because you think it's going to take away what you doing. But we acknowledge the same people all the time. And we don't have the mindset, okay, well, if I mention these 3 or 4 brothers or sisters, it's going to take away the shine. I don't give a damn about the shine. My character is, or my personality, I don't have to be in the spotlight. I don't have to be with somebody say I'm the big dog. I don't have to have that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I just don't want to be associated in that space at all. I'm dead serious. I done said in the past, I don't want to be associated, and I don't want the brands to be associated, because we're trying to actually do something with the brands. And the only way we able to do that, we gotta separate. We done talked about it before, but we gotta separate it. And I done definitely separated the brands away from those things. And it also got me to where I ain't as visible as much as I used to be on YouTube, because I feel like I don't have to be on here, because I was on here trying to keep up with the conscious community, the people that's in the conscious community. I'm trying to get the people in the conscious community to respect me, or respect the groups that I am, or respect the work that we got going on. But again, like I said, I no longer want to be associated with it, period. I don't want to no longer be friends with some of these people. I no longer want them to have access to me. I no longer want them to have access to the brands. And that's just where I'm at with it, man. We just got to stop supporting. That's just my opinion. It's not theirs. We just got to stop supporting people who we want to, that's supporting us. Even if we build relationships with these people. Some of these people I don't build relationships with, got their numbers. I can pick up the phone and call. But I no longer want to have access to these people, because constantly over time and over the years, man, I don't see these brothers doing anything that we do for them at all, man. So I'm not gonna waste my thumb to hit a like. I'm not gonna waste my thumb or my finger to share a show. I'm not gonna waste another breath telling you about somebody a book or somebody product or somebody service, you know what I'm saying, anymore, when he can't do the same thing, when it's done been years. When are you gonna open your mouth? When are you gonna start buying some damn product? When are you gonna start using your fingers? You know what I'm saying? But they're not. So that's where I'm at with it, man. That's where I'm at with it.
I think Sean has been waiting for you to get to this point for a while. I mean, anybody knows me knows that I don't subscribe to certain channels, so things of uh things of mischief, things of that, I really don't be knowing what's going on. I separated myself from a lot of channels years ago, and I separated myself from people, a lot of people years ago, because I saw what direction they were going in and what their channel was about, and it just wasn't something I wanted to be a part of. I didn't like how they moved. I didn't like the mission statement that they had, and I just chose to go. I chose to go another way, and the first brick of me going the other way was building the Masi Warrior Clan. And I could have built another debate group. That'd been
Mhm,
easy.
mhm.
I didn't want to build another debate group. There's plenty of debate groups out there, and plenty of debate channels. I wanted something different. I wanted to attract uh, a different type of viewer. I wanted to attract a viewer that didn't want to simply be entertained with knowledge. I wanted to attract a viewer that wanted to actually learn the knowledge and apply it in their life and get references and be able to articulate these things if asked, share them with their children, get them in schools, get them in colleges. You know, I wanted to attract a different viewer. So I built the Mossy a different type of way. And those that wanted it in the same old after time, they cracked, showed, and they're no longer here.
Yep.
That's just
I
what it is. I'm
I
glad I did it that way.
and I appreciate it, dog. Cause I swear I appreciate it so much, bro. I appreciate it so much because um man, when I became a member of the Mossy, bro, I mean that was like for me was like a big accomplishment. And then me being a member, it actually motivated me and pushed me in um a direction for the best, especially when it comes to uh when it comes to scholarship, man, when it comes to methodology, bro, man. So I appreciate the Mossy, man. That's why I'm a forever be a Mossy. And no matter no matter what I'm doing, everything that I do, on that's why when you go to no matter where you go to TikTok, if you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, I always have Mossy Warrior Clan tagged in it. I do that for a purpose because everything that I do, I want Mossy Warrior Clan to get out there with everything I do. Is if they typing in, they start seeing tons of stuff. Okay, they boys is doing this, that in a third, man. So I mean, I'm gonna be Mossy, man, till shit, my breath closed, man. I'm gonna have to, if I have to, Ben want to try to kick me out, man, I might have to come down there, man, and I might have to, well, do something, man, to stop laughing, but no, man, I mean, I appreciate being a member of the Mossy, bro. I swear I do, man. I just um love what you did for us putting the Mossy together. I love the approach that you took after, I'll say, the trial and error. Like, because there were a lot of members before the members that we have now. So the approach that you take now before you bring a member in, and then after the approach that you
That's
took.
why I did to him.
Yeah, so I
Thank
just I definitely like, man, the approach that you did, man, and I appreciate, bro. I appreciate you for that, man. I appreciate the brothers for that, man. You know what I'm saying? For bringing me in, because when I became a member and you put me in the chat, man, it was just love all the way, around. There wasn't nobody saying why you brung this uh NIGGAN, or why you brung this brother in here, what he can, he ain't really got nothing to offer. But I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying, that you took a chance and you believed in me, and the brothers believed in me too, because it's not a democracy, a dictatorship. You got their input as well. You know, you went through your method, then you go after you go from your method, you go to your second method is, hey, we got this brother, boom, 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 this and that. What y'all think about this brother? Boom, 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 that. You know what I'm saying? Let's vote on this brother, boom, 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 that. You know what I'm saying? And I just appreciate the brothers that believing in me and just from the belief them believing in me alone, what made me go hard. I mean, from 2018 to 2020, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I mean, every week, you know what I'm saying? It was a show. It was a show. It was a show. It was a show. You know what I'm saying? I produced out, I crunk out some content. You know what I'm saying? And it probably wouldn't. And that's why I'm saying me becoming a member, it actually shaped me and made me. I don't think I would have went that hard. I think I would have fizzled out if I probably wouldn't have been a member of the Mossy. And me being a member of the Mossy, you know, also made me want to be like, hey, I want to use the same formula over here. And because there's a group of brothers that I like and I want to take a chance on, and I believe in just like they believed in me over here. So I want to give these people a chance and let people use my platform as an access to them. And that's exactly what I have been doing in the past for a little while. That's why, you know, you will see me on the Mossy every now and then, because I was trying to now build up the Kofi Piesie TV and give those people an opportunity, just like Mossy gave me a opportunity. But now I'm no longer, you know, going live. Like I said, I don't see the purpose of going live or even trying to keep up with other people anymore. I got too much stuff going on, and then I need to, you know, shoot, I got a family too, so I need to try to spend more time with my family. I could, these 2 hours I'm on here, I could be doing something with my family, or I could be doing something productive that's actually going to be beneficial for us, or be beneficial for the people that, you know, I surround, or the groups that I belong to, be beneficial for them. So again, like I say, man, I appreciate being a member of the Mossy, man, and I'm gonna forever be a member of the Mossy, and I'm forever be loyal, you know, ever be loyal to the group, because everything that I do, it's incorporated the Mossy into it. The clothing brand, the same tree, different branch. It's all incorporated into the things that we got going on, man. So, like I said, man, I appreciate you, brother Ben. I appreciate the other brothers for welcoming me in. I appreciate the brothers for shaping me into the person. I appreciate the example. That's the main thing. I appreciate the example, especially the example from you, the example that you have and the standards that you have. And that's why, and I'm going to take that same, I have taken that same approach. The things that are going on right now, I don't have a clue. I used to peep in and see what's going on and try to keep up what's going on in these other platforms at times. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who doing what. I don't know who fighting. I don't know who debating. I don't know who cussing out who. I don't know what's going on. So, you know, so I'm taking that approach where I don't want to be involved in all that type of stuff. So I have removed myself officially from that, and it's been like that for a few months. And I don't have to come on here every goddamn Sunday. I don't have to come on here every Saturday or whatever it is. I don't have to. When I got something to say, that's when you'll see me. And I'm taking that same approach.
That's what's up, brother. I appreciate you for that, man. I appreciate you keeping Mossy around in your dealings as well, man. I appreciate you for all the work you put in and starting Kofi Piesie, man. You done brought a whole new crew of brothers that I don't know if I would have got to or found, or you know. So I'm appreciative for that as well, man. And I'm making my rounds. I done got to Chavis, you know. I got to get to Mississippi, man. I guess I got to go to Mississippi.
Yeah,
Y'all know, me and Kofi have never actually met.
nope.
I've
Nope.
never met Kofi.
Nope. I
I've
don't
met
met.
Sean. I've met Chavis.
Mhm.
I've met, you know, the majority of the Mossy. I've never met Kofi.
Yep. Yep. So
So
we got to make that happen, man. And
I
I
go down there to Mississippi.
come on to the great state of
No, I
Mississippi.
need to go to Mississippi anyway because you know found out that my maternal line starts as far as I can trace in Mississippi.
For sure.
So I need to go there anyway.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that a lot of our I have a lot of people up north, like and you know, are
Yeah,
just migrated
it
north
came
and
through
south.
Mississippi.
Yeah, yeah, came through Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? And just migrated at a time because those places was deemed to be better than Mississippi. We know the stories that go on in Mississippi and the horrific acts that took place in Mississippi and some of the things that took place after we were so-called free from slavery. So it's a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of bad history down here in Mississippi, and a lot of people got the hell away from here. You know, didn't want to be involved in and got a you know and got a away from here, man. But shoot, man, we'll be glad to have you down here because I had met Sutek. I want to meet Sutek. I had met Sutek, but I done met Sean. I done met Sean a few times, and I met his, you know, his family. I done met, you know, his wife, and I done met all of his kids, and I done met Chavis. I done met Chavis' wife. I done met all of Chavis' children, and actually balled with Chavis' children, you know, on the court, you know, and I'm just throwing that out there. Ben don't want no smoke neither, but
Well, I was about to say that when you go to Mississippi, Ben, y'all got to record that game now.
I don't think he wants it recorded. I don't think he wants that.
Oh man, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready now. I'm ready. I don't ready.
Yeah, you right though. A lot of people from the north, they turn their nose up at the south. They still do that. Like I thought that was an old school thing, but apparently they still do that. Like, don't you know, y'all folks, y'all migrated
Y'all
from there.
migrate.
Right?
For sure. For sure. That's for sure. I tell them that all the time while y'all trying to talk down, you know, try to talk down on the South, man. But I'm like, you know, Andre 3000, man. The South got something to say too. The South, we got
One
something.
dude told me y'all ain't get y'all was using outhouses into the 30s or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate your ancestors. Just tell me you hate your ancestors.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I'll be man. We gonna have to, you know, we gonna have to make some and I've been thinking about something being too, man, before we get up off here, man. We mentioned a documentary, man. And then, you know, you were saying a documentary for the Mossy.
Y'all
Then you
mentioned
had
what?
documentary. We had mentioned doing a documentary for the Mossy, and then Ben came back and said, "Well,
Shout out to
let's all do a documentary." You know what I'm saying? You just trying to. Okay, I got you. But you know, a documentary with the Mossy and the Kofi Piesie research team, and man, I be thinking about that a lot, man. We definitely, man, need to make that happen. And man, I got I promise, man, I got everything to you know do it professionally. I got lights, I got cameras, you know what I'm saying? I got lenses, I got boom mics. I just recently just came in the other day. I got um the what you call these things right here? The big box that the actors have on the back, and the thing come up through the thing. You know, you can walk far distance. So I got, you know, so I done got these things in. I mean, I got so much stuff, man. And you know, backdrops. I got all kind of stuff, man, to make it look professional. I got the sound equipment for it to sound, you know, sound good, man. We gotta, you know, kind of. I think we definitely got to make that happen, man. That documentary, man. And we can just meet up, you know, in one place, man. I think it'd be better if we did it where we met up instead of just trying to do it. You know, that's just my opinion. I mean, my opinion, I think it'll be
the brother that I was talking to about shooting it. That was his idea too. He was like,
okay. Yeah, yeah. The guy that you brung on, the heavyset guy with the dreads, what's his name?
nah, I wasn't thinking about him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about him.
Nah, I know you talking about a beat, but nah, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh, okay, okay. My bad. I thought that was who you was referring to when we spoke a while back.
Yeah, it's another brother that said he
Mhm.
could do it for a low price. But
Mhm.
yeah, we can talk about that.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. We can do it for the free. Your brother got everything. He got everything they got, you know, and even I've been taking classes, and everything I've been learning, I've been sharing, sharing it with people just to kind of see, okay, how I'm
You're
progression
not
with.
all coming to Mississippi, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
We ain't gotta come to Mississippi. I'll go wherever y'all want to meet
We
up
ain't
at.
all.
Yeah, wherever y'all want to meet
We're
up
trying to
at.
leave alive, man. We're trying to leave alive.
Yeah, shoot. It's wherever y'all want to meet up at. That's my thing. Shoot. Wherever y'all want to meet, I'm there. Wherever y'all want to meet up at. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I don't
coming.
mind some of that Mississippi catfish. I don't mind.
Your cat. Oh yeah, we got the best catfish now. We got
Listen,
the best.
man.
But yeah, but we gonna have to, we definitely, man, gonna have to make that happen, man. And it don't have to be right now. I think we just need to be in talks of it again, and then figure out everybody's schedule, and see what'll be a best time for people, and a best location, you know what I'm saying, for people. Maybe we can do it somewhere where if nobody got no money to fly, they could, be a place where they can drive at least 5 hours, you know what I'm
Some of our
saying?
members gonna have to fly.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
got JC in freaking Arizona.
oh yeah, shoot, yeah. Ooh,
But he said he'd come, but is
yeah,
he gonna have to fly.
yeah. Well, I was just saying, just in case, because I'm gonna fly too. I don't care if it's 3 hours away. I'm getting on the plane. I'm not.
Oh, okay, man.
Bro, I hate driving. I swear I hate driving, bro. So I take the plane everywhere. Bro, why you take a plane to an hour and a half location? You
Nah,
could have drove,
I'm flying.
brother.
I'm driving, bro. I, I
Uh,
don't dislike flying, but I dislike the prices of the tickets. So
mhm.
I'm gonna probably drive. Like if
Yeah,
it's Atlanta, I'm driving, bro.
yeah. And I can
I hate
drive.
the whole rigmarole of getting on the flight. That's my thing. Doing all the check-ins, going through TSA.
That's
Like,
because you
nah.
scared you didn't left your stash in your bags.
That's all it is. That's all it is. You just gonna have to be sober when you get your butt on the dang plane. You
Hey,
just
I ain't tripping. I can find whatever I find when I get there.
yeah, man.
do
Yeah,
I got some in this compartment?
yeah. Oh, you
I
gonna
don't
have
want to get that call, Sutek. I don't want to get that call.
I ain't
to,
playing with TSA like that.
for sure.
Hey,
I
I
hope.
know people that have, bro. I
I
know
know
people
I
that
do too.
have. And it
When I
told me,
got back
I
to
got this
Tennessee,
through. I'm like, what?
yeah. When I got back to Tennessee, my cousin was like, "Why ain't you cheek it?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Bruh, why
I'm not
play with
doing
your
that."
life like that, boy?
Yeah.
We ain't coming to Cleveland, chill.
He said Cleveland is the
I
land.
ain't going to Cleveland.
What up, chill?
Not going to Cleveland.
Yeah,
LeBron ain't there no more, and neither am I. I'm not.
yeah. I ain't gonna be over there on the 18th. I think that's the 18th, July the 18th, Sister Ladosha event that she having. My books will be over there at the event.
You
Chill.
having an event on the 18th of July?
Yeah, and that's a week before I take the next week. I take a week off from work, and that's around my wedding anniversary and my birthday. So we'll be gone. So it was either try to do that and be gone that weekend, and because the thing go from the weekend all the way up until Monday night. So that's kind of conflicting with my days off. So I won't be able, because I won't be able to be there. I was supposed to be on the program, but like I said, my books will be there. So my books will be there at this conference that Ladosha will be having. I think the conference is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night. So yeah, so I won't be able to dang, I hate that I won't be able to do that, but
18th.
yeah, I think that's let me
What,
look on the let me make sure I tell you exactly the date. It's let's see, let's go to the date.
Well,
July.
that's the entrepreneurs who take they don't never take into account people got to work.
Yeah. Is it the
That's
18th?
a fact.
It'd be in the middle of the week. Y'all come out. Like, man.
Yeah, no, I think it's the 22nd, 23rd, and the 20th.
Yeah, that sound better.
No. I'm mistaken. That's not right. It's the 15th, 16th, and it's the 17th. 15th, 16th, and 17th. that
Oh,
Saturday,
okay.
Sunday, and that Monday, cause that next week I'm off. I'm off
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
24th through the,
yeah,
24th to April the,
ain't gonna be able to
uh
make that. That's the
yeah,
that's the birthday weekend.
yeah. So I ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna be with the missus.
yeah. Yep, so I won't be make I've been beating myself up about it, but I thought she was gonna do it in June, but it's in July, man. But if y'all out in Cleveland, man, y'all go check out my
Uncle
sister's
Sean
show.
said you was coming to Nashville and you ain't been there. What's up?
Yeah, nah, I'm coming, bro. I'm coming out, and actually, it's crazy because we was supposed to come out there last December. We was gonna go visit Sean and his wife out there, and they was supposed to have been showing us around because we was actually talking about moving to Nashville. And actually, last week my mother and them was over here. My mother, my two
I agree,
nephews.
man. You need to get out of Mississippi.
Yeah, we were really talking about it, but we didn't come in December because my wife ended up having to have surgery in December.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, yep. So we didn't get a chance because I had already scheduled my days off, got my days and stuff straight, and we was gonna go out there, man, and for about 4 days. We are gonna go out there for about 4 days, and they were supposed to been showing us around, and Shavonna was supposed to be showing us some stuff too as well, because my wife and Sean's, they have a relationship. They still talk to this day. They don't talk a whole lot, but they still talk, and so we were supposed to be trying to move, but I had my brother in Nashville, and I was just telling him last Sunday that we was gonna come, and I was telling him where Sean stayed at. He said Sean them like right down the street. I forgot what my brother said. He stayed at in Nashville, but we coming, Sean. We coming, and we may be possibly trying to move out there. I don't know.
Let me respond. No, I'm not doing a school in Africa. I'm not Umar Johnson. Um, well, I spoke at a school in Africa. You probably saw me speaking at the Gay and Joro Academy. That's probably
Mhm.
where you saw me
Yeah,
speak
that's
in Gambia, and we do have a relationship
yes, sir.
with them to where they have some of our publications, and we've
Mhm.
sponsored students to go through their school. But I don't have a plans to start my own school uh, in Africa as of now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Gay Journal Skills Academy. Yes, yes, Sister Fatu Sain Gay.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Now,
Yep.
I'm definitely going back out there. I just got to pick a time. I got my now that I got my Gambian passport. I got to go back because I didn't get a chance to go to.
The Ken
Uh,
Kunta Kinte
didn't
Island.
get a chance to go to Kuta Kinte's island because it was raining
Mhm.
like a motherfucker when I was
Yep.
trying to go, and
Yeah.
they closed the ferry because you got to take a ferry from one part of Gambia across to another.
Mhm.
And that's the only thing I didn't get to see. I saw everything else that I wanted to see, but I didn't get a chance to go there. So definitely gonna go back and do that.
Yeah, I hope.
I still got to do that Gambia Museum presentation. I just thought about that.
Mhm. Yeah, but are we ready for it too, man? But
That's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I might have to break it up. It's a lot of stuff in that museum.
I definitely, man, I've been
Museum
telling
ain't even
them.
that big. It's just a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been telling them I'm coming, man, and I got to, you know, um, keep my
Yeah, what you
word with
waiting
them.
on, man?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm going. I'm going. But if I go, I want to be able to take my I want to be able to take my wife everywhere that I've been traveling. I always take my wife. She say I'm a damn personal assistant. So everywhere I go, I have to have my wife with me. And I know when we was thinking about trying to go, and I was talking to Sean. um, I was like, "Man, I gotta take my wife." So he said he was gonna take Shavonna, but we couldn't get um, her schedule where she was able to take off a lot of days on her job to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now she's able to take
Oh,
those days off because she has enough time accumulated where she's able to take off and go. So I didn't want to go, I didn't want to leave because she said she wanted to go too. So we didn't do it. So I'm gonna go, and I definitely want to go to the Kunta Kinte Museum because my middle name is Kinte, and I was named after Kunta Kinte. you know what I'm saying, after the movie, and it was a lot of things that my mother seen, and it was crazy because that name, my real name is Labaris Kente Nelson, and I always was ashamed of Kente coming up. Didn't know why. I swear I never knew why, and would never say my full name, Labaris Nelson. And unless somebody asked me what was my full name, and then I would say it and tell them I don't like, I didn't like my middle name. But later on in life, when I got on this journey, and I asked my mother, just asked out the blue, why did you name me Kente? And she actually broke down why she gave me the middle name Kente, and I was named after the character in the movie Kunta Kinte. And I told Fatu, who is the owner, operator, and CEO of the Gay and Journal Skills Academy, and the principal, Ali Sambu, that was my middle name. And they was like, they got to take me to the island. That's how I knew about the island, through them telling me about the island. And that was going to be one of the very first places they said they was going to take me whenever we got over there, man. But I know they ready for us to come over there, man. And I know they was happy when they seen you, man. They was happy.
Yeah.
She told me they was happy they seen you over there, man. They just wish that we all was over there at one time. I told her we coming. We all coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a special experience for sure.
Yes, sir. But man, that's it, man. I'm tired of looking at y'all. I love y'all, but I'm tired of looking at y'all, man.
God, disrespect.
Yeah, I'm finna jump up off of here, man. I got some work and stuff I need to be trying to do real quick, man. And for my wife go to work. Well, I'm gonna wait to do that. I'm gonna wait till my wife go to work first before I start working. But man, I appreciate the bill, man. I appreciate everybody, man. To what Chill said, Chill gonna take a tour to come spin the block on everybody. Don't act like you don't know when I'm gonna pull up. I hear you,
Hey, tell Chill. If he gonna leave Cleveland, make sure he lock up his books. Your books have the propensity to disappear, brother. So I don't want you coming back in your volume 3 or volume 4 or whatever that disappeared. So make sure you lock up your books, Chill.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And man, if ain't nobody got, man, Africa's Hair before, during, and after slavery, man.
I gotta get that joint.
Go get it. Go get your copy. I mean, it's about culture. And you're gonna learn about culture, you're gonna learn about tradition, you're gonna learn about some stuff that you didn't know about hair at all. So it's not just it's dealing with hair, but it's dealing with hair from a cultural perspective, from a traditional perspective, but it also goes all the way into uh what we was doing with our hair before slavery, what we was doing with our hair during slavery, and the destroying of our image for as our skin and our hair, and the propaganda behind that, and what we did after the emancipation, and all the way up until now. Why are we overspending on health, on beauty, and in the beauty and hair industry? So I give stats. So I give an analysis on that, and it's on tons of other stuff. We talk about the political hairdos, like the locks. We talk about the afro over here, um, being a political hairdo. We talk about the afro pick, which I may hurt your feelings when you read about the afro pick. If you think a black person created the Afro pick, you'll be sadly mistaken once you read who actually patented that and created that. But it became a hair accessory during the 60s and the 70s, during the revolutionary movement. I also talk about Timney Law and the wrapping of the hair, which also was an inspiration for the tie down, which is what we call in the do rag. So I talk about the historicity of the do rag. I talk about a brother who they say actually invented the tie down and the do rag. So I mean, I go into a whole lot of stuff. The comb, the invention of the comb 55,000 years ago, and the purpose of the comb prehistoric man. So I talk about the Homo erectus and the domestication of fire and the us migrating in the cold areas and started wearing animal skin as clothing. So I mean, it's a whole lot of stuff, man, in there, man, that you can learn about, man. So pick the book out, pick the book up, man. Well worth spend of your money. Appreciate the people who supported it. I love how the publication came out. I reached my goal on how many books I wanted to sell, and that was outside of the conscious community. So I sold pretty amount of books, you know what I'm saying, with people who actually value what we are actually doing. So man, go get the book. Don't go get it from YouTube. Don't go get none of our books from YouTube. I'm gonna say that unless we tell you to go get them from YouTube and Barnes and Noble and Target, you know what I'm saying? Go patronize us, man, directly, man. Shoot, we be wanting all our money, man. You got your book from Amazon and we got to wait on this 60-40 split through Amazon. Damn that. But man, that's all
You
I
got to
got, man.
wait.
Huh?
You got to wait.
Yep, got to wait, man. But go get all our books, man. Go get all volume 1 through volume 4. Go get all the Ben's book. Go get all of Sean's book. Go get all of the other members of the Mossy books. Go get, the other individual books that, produced from Kofi Chavis. I think Chavis book. So go get them, and maybe one day, man, we can get up there, man, where I can get in I can get up there to with my brother at up there in LA and tie him down to a chair for about a month and give him everything he need to smoke where he ain't got to go get nothing. He like burritos, he like chimichangas, he like tacos. So go get it all his favorite foods, go get all his favorite smokes, tie him down to a computer and let my brother Sutek get out this dope idea that he got. The dope is a dope idea for a book. And I'm ready to receive my brother book. It's what is it? It's a nonfiction, ain't it? You was writing a nonfiction, weren't you, Sutek?
Blue drink.
Yeah, it'll be a fiction. It'll be a fiction book.
I mean, yeah, fiction.
But
I said nonfiction, but yeah, fiction.
yeah, it'll be a well, it's more of a novel. So would that be fiction or nonfiction?
Well, it'll probably be in a novel because you got novels, you got nonfiction, you got fiction, you got thriller. There's so many different things. You got help books. I mean, there's so many different damn genres, man. There's 1,000 genres, so it probably be in the genre of a novel.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna get to working back on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been procrastinating, and some stuff been going on too. I was supposed to be moving, but got that settled. Where I'm able to continue staying here because I ain't want to move. You know what I mean? We just got the rent bumped up a little bit, so that's cool. We just got that situated probably like 2 months ago. So I'm about to get back to working on something.
Yeah, sure.
I ain't know you in California.
Yeah, I'm in Cali.
I don't know why I thought you was in Texas.
Nah, that's Chavis.
I know Chavis is in Texas as well. I thought he was. I thought it was just different parts.
Mm-hmm.
So you in LA?
Nah, not LA. I'm in the Central Valley over here by Fresno. The closest big cities I'm close to is Fresno, like an hour away, and the Bay is like an hour, 15, hour, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so I'm close to everything. I like these small towns, especially coming from where I come from. Shit, it's quiet. I like that.
Yep.
And if I never need to go to any big city, there's shit about an hour away.
Yeah.
LA like 4 hours though.
Yeah, I was about to say you far from LA though.
Yeah, LA about 5 hours.
Oh man, because I was when I was in LA, we was at the LAX, man, and actually, man, I think we stayed the night there because our planes got canceled because of the weather or something. And I was gonna try to hit you up, man. I was gonna try to while we was there, I was gonna try to come see you, man. But that was the same time that you had moved back where you was from, man. Let the people know you from the South, though, man. Tell them where you from for real, though. You ain't from
Man,
Cali.
they better know by my voice, by my accent.
Yeah,
Shit.
you from
I
the
mean, the
South.
people out here know, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm from Tennessee. I'm
yeah,
from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
yeah.
Sean from Nashville.
Mhm,
Nashville, like an hour 15, like hour and some change away.
mhm.
Yeah, right in the southeast region. Like I
Yep.
could leave out my old house, drive 5 minutes, and be in Georgia. So
Why would hold on? Why was you spending the night in LAX though?
Because the flight was canceled. The flight was canceled, and then
Was your legs canceled from leaving the LAX and getting
we
the hotel?
that's what we was gonna do. That was what we was gonna do, but we waited so long, we just ended up just staying. Then I think my wife was scared that we weren't gonna get back to catch the flight, so we just stayed. But if Sutek would have been there, we would have but I don't know why I was thinking he was in LA. But he had but I knew he had this was the time he had moved back to Chattanooga for a little while. And
You
so
sure
I
it
was
wasn't because you cheap as hell, Kofi?
I ain't
You sure?
I
You
ain't
sure that's
cheap,
why
man.
you subjected your wife to them hard ass cheap
That's
ass
sure what it
LA?
was. That's exactly what it was, bro. That's exactly what it was, bro. I'll tell you, we just stayed there the whole night, man, and then catch the flight. We caught that flight that morning. Caught that
Dang.
flight that morning. Yep, we stayed there the
That's when y'all
whole.
was going to like Hawaii or something, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
see that rigmarole of flying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what
So
it be.
Stop it,
I done
Sutek.
been in that. I done been in that situation before too. Where me and
Yeah, I've been in
miss
this
flight
situation and I went and got a hotel. I went and
yeah.
got a hotel. I'm not staying in the airport under no circumstance unless the flight is like 2 hours from now.
Right. Nah, it was actually the next day because we got there I
Nope.
think we got there about 5 or 6
Nope.
o'clock that evening, and we
Nope.
found out about an hour later that the flights were
It's
canceled
happened to me
to
a
that
few times.
morning.
That happened to me in New York. That happened to me in Jersey. And each time
You went and
taking
got you a
me,
room.
yeah, I'm not, man, no, I need a shower.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happened to me in Atlanta. It happened to
Yeah.
me
Huh?
in Atlanta airport. I said, they tried to, they
There's
like,
plenty of hotels around Atlanta. There's plenty of them. Plenty
hey,
of them.
I told them, I made them switch my flight. They tried to get
Yeah.
me to get on another one.
Listen,
And the next day, I said, this one is going over here, and then it's transferring over there. Put me on this one.
Yeah.
how about this? Is y'all fault the flight, mister? Give me a voucher for the hotel.
Right. We tried that too, but they wasn't doing it. They didn't do it. When I tell you it was whew, they didn't want to give everybody a flight because it was tons of people on that flight, bro. It
Well,
was
I'm going to
tons.
get my own then.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep. So that's what we
Listen. I didn't got hotels inside of the airport before.
yeah. You
Yeah, some hotels like if you like flying internationally, they got them inside the airport.
yeah,
I did that
okay.
in Turkey. I did that in Dubai.
Mm.
I was like, okay, the flight here, I ain't gonna miss it. I'm gonna go right upstairs and get me a room
They
and
need to
just
have
come down when it's time.
man, they need to have that everywhere, man. They need to have that down here, man. Hotels in there
Nice
just to be
hotels too. I was shocked.
yeah. Mhm. But shoot, man, we out of here, man. We'll see y'all when we see y'all, man. We out this thing, man.
What was that note?
I don't know, man.
Well,
All right, y'all. Peace. Now this thing, man.
what was the note though?
I don't know, man.